All right, guys, Mexican style chicken stew, menu number 15 on the old MRE list today. Let's get cracking. All right, we have crackers, First Strike chocolate flavor nutritious energy bar, our packet with no coffee, spoon, crushed peppers, our stove, chocolate hazelnut cocoa beverage powder, mixed fruit, pepperoni pizza crackers, cheese spread with jalapeno, Mexican chicken stew. This meal was made in June of 2019. Let's get our heater started. Just a little bit of water, it starts a chemical reaction. Let's get our stew to cooking, heating up, and we'll open everything else up. Accessory pack, gum, moist towelette, salt, lighthouse paper towels or toilet paper, and lemonade beverage base, sugar-free. I'm interested to see what a pepperoni pizza cracker looks like. Oh. Wow, I think they sell those in the store or something like that, don't they?
I can't remember what they're called, combos, I think.
Is that right? Yeah, I've seen something like that, the packaging anyway. Now this is interesting to me, mixed fruit. When I was in the Marine Corps in 80 to 84, this stuff was dried. We had to add liquid. This is liquid already, so they don't do the dried fruit or the dried food anymore. Don't have to worry about that, I guess. Let's take a look here.
Like peaches or something.
Oh yeah, that looks good, doesn't it? Peaches. Should have opened that up a little more. That looks good, actually. It looks like a fruit cup,
yeah,
you know, that you'd have in school, kind of a thing. Yeah. There we go. Cool. All right, we got a cracker. This is pretty crumbly. There we go. Nutritious energy bar, First Strike chocolate. Smells great, I have to say.
Interesting.
We've got our chocolate hazelnut cocoa beverage powder. See here, yeah, let's throw that down. At a quarter canteen cup. That's pretty clean.
That is clean, huh? It's the cleanest I've seen of it in a while.
I'd say that's about a quarter cup.
It's like a Ziploc bag. I didn't see that until just now.
And we can just mix it all up in there. Make sure it's sealed good. Set that aside. We have our crushed red peppers. We'll hang on to those until we're ready to eat. And of course the spoon. While we're waiting for the meal to heat up, let's put in some lemonade powder. Sorry. Kind of windy out here today. Give some of our lemonade powder a try. See that? Looks pretty good there. Looks like any kind of country time or whatever lemonade. I think I put a little too much water in it. But it's good. While we're waiting for our meal to heat up, I got to tell you guys about perhaps the stupidest thing I ever saw while I was on ship, or ever heard about while I was on ship. I was on a transport, which means we took in the hull of the ship, we had jeeps, 5-ton trucks, all kinds of equipment and gear. And you take a mic boat, it's called, and bring it up to the back of the ship, and the back of the ship would drop a little ramp, and the mic boat would drop a ramp. and then you drive vehicles in and off and on the back of the ship, and then this little Mike boat would go back. It would bring their little ramp up, and then he'd pull out and he'd go around and take you to shore, drop the ramp on the shore, and we drive our Jeep, drive our trucks off, and then disperse up the hillside. Well, I was in Norway with a NATO float. We were done with our exercises, getting ready to head back to the ship. So the guys would drive their 2.5-ton trucks, 5-ton trucks, and one of the guys drove his 5-ton truck onto the Mike boat, and you would back him in onto the Mike boat so you could just drive right on to the ship when you got into the hold of the ship. And he's listening to a Walkman. Walkmans were new. You guys may or may not remember Walkmans or know what a Walkman is, but he had a Walkman on, headphones. He's jamming in his truck. So this guy's jamming with his Walkman. He's got his headphones on. He's looking up, and the ramp starts going down. And about the time the ramp gets all the way down, he sees the guy on the big ship doing this to the Mike boat driver. He's not thinking. He thinks, oh, he's telling me to get off. So he pounds it into gear, fires it up, drives right off into the water. We're in Norway. Norway, there are fjords. The mountain ranges go up and they go down to the water level, and they keep going down to the bottom of the mountain, which is underwater. We're in like 1,000 feet of water. This dude crashes right into the water, makes it out barely, just barely makes it out. The 5-ton truck just with all its gear all the way down to the bottom. Fortunately, there were no guys in the back. They fished him out of the 40-degree, 38-degree water, hauled him back on board. And I have to tell you that I hadn't ever thought about it until I was thinking about telling the story. If you remember from the last video, I talked about I was in the brig guarding a guy, but as a guard, I couldn't talk to him. And that was on the leg of the trip from Norway to Holland. And it made me think, I wonder if that was the guy. That's why he was in the brig, because that was the guy that drove the 5-ton truck off into the water. So don't know, but that was probably the dumbest, craziest thing I had happen while I was in the Marine Corps. All right, let's get to the meal then. And I think we're plenty warm enough. Oh yeah, that's toasty. Ooh, that's hot actually.
Oh wow, yeah, that's really hot.
That's really hot. I think what's happened in the past, I put too much water in it, and it hasn't worked as well. Don't know that for sure, but that's a guess. Because this thing is toasty through, it feels like. There we go. All right, let's see how it looks here. I'll tell you what, it's nice and warm. Ooh, I see corn. I see chicken. I see tomatoes.
It smells like Garibaldi's.
Oh man, that's a good Mexican restaurant back in Idaho where we used to live. Oh man, this is smelling good. I wish I had a tortilla shell instead of crackers, right? There we go. Golly, yeah, that looks good. Let's get that out. It's looking real good. All right. Okay.
Cool.
All right, let's add the crushed red peppers.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. Ooh, I'm not going to do too many of those again.
Yeah,
I'm not a real hot guy, so let's see. There we go.
That looks good, though.
It does. We'll save that in case it needs more. And let's get our jalapeno cheese spread out here. We'll kind of mix that between the crackers and the stew, I think. I should have heated that up.
It's actually looking like a pretty good meal here.
It really is, isn't it? I wonder if this is going to take the place of my favorite meal. Let's see here. There we go.
I wasn't a fan of that last MRE, to be honest. There's too much dessert in it.
Oh, right.
This one seems to have a lot of good savory stuff.
There we go. That's looking
That's not right.
Interesting. There we go.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm not saying anything.
You had to leave it like that.
Yeah, I'm just going to leave that alone. And then got a little salt here in case we need it. Let's see here. Say a quick prayer. Thank you, Lord God, for this food that we get to eat and your faithfulness in providing it for us. And I just ask you to bless it to our bodies. In Christ's name, amen.
Amen.
All right. Give it a try here. It's nice and warm. I've got chicken. Right off the bat, chicken. Piece of corn in there. That is good. I'm telling you what, Asa, you need to try some of this.
Yeah, I was say it actually. This is one I'll partake in.
Yeah, maybe try some with a little bit of cracker. Good chow. That's good. I think I could use a little salt myself.
It just needs a smidge of salt, but that's good.
There we go.
Yep, that's one of the better ones I've had.
That is good.
For the main meal.
Right. These crackers are sure flimsy.
They're
dried
flimsy.
out.
The ones you had when you were in the MREs from the 80s, those crackers were thick
They're still good.
and dense. Yeah.
What does that tell you? 40 years later, they're still good. That is a good MRE there. You want to pour some on there
This
for it?
doesn't cut it for a cracker.
No, it doesn't.
That main course is
That was
solid.
good. Got to cleanse the old palate and move on here. All right, let's try some cheese. Jalapeno cheese, here we go.
That's some thick stuff right there.
There we go. Oops. I like cheese and crackers regular, so let's see what this is like. Man, that's good too. Seriously. We do a little bit of that.
Sure, I'll try. It's like really thick cheese whiz.
Yes, exactly. Excuse me.
Yeah, it reminds me exactly of like Kraft cheese whiz.
Yep.
It wouldn't surprise me if like Kraft even makes that, you know.
Right, for the government. Yep. Well, let's have a little more of the, I'm going to take a little of this cheese sauce here, cheese spread.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, mix it there. Put a little bread on the side. This is really good. That's meaty. There's so much chicken in there. I can't believe it. That's really good. Looks like, I don't know what all in there, but it's good.
Yeah, this is one of the better MREs I've seen in a while.
That is good.
You know, it wouldn't surprise me at all if Kraft, because I know I've tasted that flavor before, and we had cheese whiz all the time.
Right.
And that reminds me exactly of that. It wouldn't surprise me if Kraft makes the cheese whiz, and this to me tastes like Minute Maid lemonade. And yeah, if those companies have that contract.
You know, maybe somebody out there knows.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I know we should move on, but I got to get one more quick bite here. That's good. Let's try some pizza rounds here, or pizza crackers. Looks like just a round cracker with filled in with some kind of strange looking stuff. It's pepperoni, I guess. You know what? That's not bad.
It was like a mini pizza.
My golly, it is. That's not bad at all. Let's try with a little chicken stew.
Everything kind of goes together. It has the same
It is good.
theme.
I like. There's a lot of savor here. You know, between the crackers and the cheese and the main meal. That's good stuff. All right, let's get after some of that fruit there. Already go. It's kind of strange to me because, like I say, when I was in, you had to add water to everything to reconstitute it. This has the liquid in it and everything ready to go. Let's give it a try here. Man, I'm telling you what, we got pineapple here, pears of the squares. Of course, peaches here.
There.
Got a cherry here. And last but not least, got a grape.
Wow.
I love this stuff. This is good. This is a fun meal, man. I can't get over how they packed this with liquid in it. Because like I say, in the 80s, if you got mixed fruit, it weighed about an ounce. You cracked it open, poured the water in it, let it set for 5 minutes, then you took it out and it had made its own juice, but it didn't taste like this. This is good. I'll have to dig one of those old ones out and show you all what I'm talking about. Well, Cleanse the old palate. We got this chocolate energy bar here. Let's see what this is like. It's kind of tacky, sticky. Looks like it's got Rice Krispies or something in it. See that? You want a little bite?
I'll let you have that one.
Yeah, let me have a go. Interesting in the middle there. It doesn't look
Usually
like
anything that says energy bar means it's good, but it doesn't taste good, but it's good for you. How does it taste?
You know, it actually tastes pretty darn good. It really does. It's like a chewy Rice Krispie, chocolate Rice Krispie treat. So I've got our chocolate beverage powder here, chocolate hazelnut. I think if this did not have two things of chocolate, this might be my favorite meal. But because of the chocolate energy bar and the chocolate hazelnut cocoa, I don't know that I'm going to be all into this this last part. So I would say, had this been like a cherry dessert and a strawberry drink or something like that, this might be my favorite, my new favorite. But because of that, not quite. Now, this is made, you can see it's kind of ergonomic there. I can hold on to it like that. It's like an hourglass shape, the way they've made that. But I want you all to see what it looks like when I'm drinking. So let's pour that out into our cup. Oh, there we go.
Oh my.
Well, that kind of clotted out of there, didn't it? Let's see here.
Apparently you're supposed to really shake it hard to mix it.
Well, let's mix it in here then.
In case you guys are new, my dad doesn't like chocolate very much, so.
You can ask your mom about that, right? Let's see here. Well, we're kind of making a mess here, but let me take a little of that out. Yeah, I should probably pour that back in and shake it up better. I think I'm going to do that. All right. It's called, no, I'm not going to do that. That's too little of an opening. Hard enough to pour water out of a canteen in it. Let me suck down a little bit of that.
Don't get any chunks.
Yeah, chocolatey water, nothing like it. Let's see if we can stir this up good. All right, we mixed it up about as best as I can with this spoon. Let's try one more little drink here. I can taste the hazelnut. I can taste the chocolate. I'm going to cleanse the palate, and we're going to have a little gum, and then I'll tell you what I think about this. All right. Asa, you'll share with me again? Bon appetit.
Cheers. Oh, you just threw your gum in.
There we go. Here we go.
Let's do a proper cheers.
Cinnamon, I can tell it right away. Good gum.
All the new ones have cinnamon, or cinnamon. Not
Yeah, they have. 4 in a row now. So here's my synopsis, guys. This meal is really good. The fruit cocktail is spot on. If you like fruit cocktail, this is probably number 2 for me so far out of all the newer MREs we've tried. So another great MRE. I would personally want to trade away the chocolate things for something more fruity or more savory. But if you like chocolate, this main dish was fantastic. So thanks for hanging out. Let's get to the next one.